started experimenting in about year 8, which actually deteriorated my mental health because I did attempt suicide and I ended up in the emergency room. And from there, it only got worse because I would experiment with marijuana and I would vape more frequently to sort of escape from stuff like that.
Every student in Australia has sat through a drug education class. But ask them what they remember, what truly shifted their thinking, and most won't even have an answer. Not because they don't care, but because the system speaks at them, not to them. It's clinical, distant, and often forgettable. Meanwhile, students are struggling in silence. But because the real danger doesn't always start with a pill or a party, it starts with pain, with isolation, with a 14-year-old lying awake at 2 a.m. feeling like no one sees them. That's where CLEAR comes in. It stands for Confront, Learn, Empathise, Act, and Reinforce. Now, CLEAR isn't just another slideshow filled with statistics. It's not a PDHPE-style lecture with textbook definitions and theoretical warnings. It's a live, immersive demonstration program modeled after BeStreetSmart that brings drug education to life in a way that's real, raw, and unforgettable. Through live reenactments and first-hand testimonies, students witness the emotional chain reaction behind teen drug use. Not just the visible outcomes like addiction or overdose, but the beginning, the why. We shine a spotlight on the unseen catalysts: anxiety, loneliness, peer pressure, grief. But CLEAR doesn't stop at awareness. We go further, equipping students with tools and strategies to navigate real-life situations involving drugs. Whether it's peer pressure at a party, a friend in trouble, or their own curiosity spiraling into something more dangerous, CLEAR shows them how to act safely, thoughtfully, and with empathy. This isn't about fear, it's about preparation and empowerment. A preliminary survey showed that teens think of PDHPE lessons as boring, repetitive, and annoying. These aren't things you want to hear when teaching kids about their lives and safety. One student called their drug education surface level. In fact, 72% of participants said that live reenactments and first-person stories would have the biggest impact and resonate most with youth in their local areas. To test CLEAR's potential, I ran a small-scale pilot program with high school students. They were introduced to the CLEAR model through a presentation that combined reenactments, interactive discussion, and reflection. Afterwards, I asked one question: did this resonate? Here's what we found. 95% of students said it was more impactful than anything they'd experienced in school around drug education. Over 90% said it made them think more seriously about emotional causes behind drug use. And 100% of participants believed live reenactments were the most impactful part of the program. But the feedback didn't stop there. Students said they felt more confident knowing how to respond if they were offered drugs, or if they saw a friend struggling. They wanted more real-life scenarios, more guidance on what to say, more ways to get help. And that's what CLEAR will continue to offer, a model of education that is just as much about prevention as it is about practical response. That's not just good data, that's a shift in mindset.